Taurus, my love, spirit knows that you are tired, okay? You are super duper tired for different reasons, right? Every Taurus is tired for different reasons, but the universe, spirit, God, source wants you to know that you got a little bit more fight left in you. I know you do not feel like it. I know you're sick and tired of it. I know. But whatever this situation is, it's going to play out beautifully if you just allow the blessing to remain in disguise. I'm hearing the less you know, the better. But there is a blessing here for you, and it's in disguise. It seems as though you've had enough. You're ready to obey. You're ready to participate. You're ready to kind of like behave accordingly. Like you get the message. So there was some type of fear tactic that was orchestrated and played out like a chess move. And it was a way to remind you of whose game you're playing. And based off the discomfort that can potentially come your way when you don't play by the rules of someone else's game, it was supposed to make you fear that more than having it your way. Fear the consequences more than actually standing up for what you believe in or what you desire. All right, so this has been an ongoing situation, an ongoing battle, an ongoing case for some of you. And it's led you to a point where you're asking yourself, are there any good people left out there? Or is everybody simply in it for themselves? Keeping up with quotas, statistics, audits, expectations. Or do they really care to be compassionate? There's a big message of you choosing to be a sincere person, you choosing to be, it's giving like Mother Mary energy. Male or female, doesn't matter. It's just giving this very empathetic, empathic person that is deeply invested in compassion for the world, having humility, playing a role of a genuine mother figure, okay, in some area of life. And it seems like in a masculine dominant society where negative reinforcement keeps people in check, you are pushing for positive reinforcement to also be a driving force, right? Because for so long, the fear of the negative consequences has been the state of the world, and it feels like you're really like, no, we don't have to always use negative reinforcement to get the people going, to get them to do right. We have to start looking at things from the root issues and determining whether or not what each individual person needs versus putting everybody in one category and saying that this is the rule of thumb for every person. Because it's no fun when it comes knocking on your door, right? It's no fun when the person that they're coming after is your loved one. And so there's a desire to change the narrative, to change the system. And I feel like you're kind of tired of that type of injustice in some area of life. And so someone else wanted you to feel like there were no other options. There was no other choice to make except to conform and accept your punishment. Somebody wanted you to accept punishment and accept defeat. And no matter what you did, no matter how you tried to say, you know, well, let's see what our options are. Let's see what we can do. Let's move forward. This is someone that's like, no, I've delivered punishment. Now you just got to accept it and you're going to pay for it. And it's a fear tactic. And it's designed to create more stress for you, to make you feel like you don't have a lot of options, and to just be a imposing force. Like, I'm going to uphold and enforce the law under my jurisdiction of whatever system this is associated with. However, you're someone that can pick up on it. You're someone that can pick up on a person's indirect, passive aggressive tactic, stance, where they stand in the situation. You can tell that, you know what I'm saying? You can tell when someone is like, nope, 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 nope. Or when someone is like, well, let's look into it. Let's investigate it. There's an opening there. This is someone that rules with a type of force, or they wield their authority where there's no opening. When you try to go this way or this way, they're like, nope, I know your kind. I know your type. You're trying to wiggle your way out of this, trying to wiggle your way out of that. And that means that there's already a biased or a prejudiced opinion. Okay? In some way, somehow, you have bruised this person's ego, and they are afraid that they have made a mistake in handling you. They have made a mistake in how they addressed your particular situation. You are a headache. You are a problem in some area of life. Okay? And though this may not seem like good news, it is good news. It is good news. When the world is telling you that you can't move forward, that there's no options, there is. There's always another way. Nothing is ever lost that can be found. Your optimism, your belief system is too hopeful. Something or someone wanted to break that spirit in you. This spirit of hope. Your interest. Your deep feelings. Like, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? An activist? Who do you think you are? And you're going to change things? You can't change anything. That's the subliminal projection that's being that's just in the air. So you're about to meet an earth angel. Someone, just when you feel like there's nothing else you can do, and you've exerted all your options, and you feel like there's nothing else because this person is an unstoppable force. The angels say, no, there's multiple options. Have we tried this? Have we tried that? Have we tried this? So whatever superior is over this person, whatever authority, whatever law, whatever, there's a code of conduct, there's a rule, there's a right, there's something that no one has even explored yet because they didn't want that option to be offered to you, someone like you. And so the angels are going to place someone on your path that is going to say, oh no, you definitely have a voice. But it looks like it's a superior, someone above. And you may be really dreading going over a situation because you just want to go to the first person point of reference to solve a problem. And that may have been exhausting, just dealing with that first level of authority. But if you take it to the superior, if you take it to a higher branch, or you go over a situation, in that department, there's going to be an earth angel that was already placed in that department, that was already placed in that level of government for someone like you. They were waiting to meet someone like you. They don't know why it was on their spirit, why God put it on their spirit to be in that job, or to be in that branch of study, or to go to school for this. But they felt like, I need to be here. Someone is going to come along, and I need to be in this position of power, in this position of authority. so I can make sure that situations like this, like cases like this, don't get looked over. You have a case. And this objective to make you run away from the case is why you must see it through. Because people only tell you that you can't do something when they know you can. People only encourage you to throw in the towel when they know you could take down everything. So if any of you are experiencing situations where you're being encouraged to give up, you're being encouraged to throw in the towel, lose all hope, to accept defeat, this is your sign, your confirmation to rise up and to lift yourself up, lift your voice. Do not lose hope. Do not stop, reaching out. Hold your hand out, and I guarantee you an olive branch will be extended. I guarantee you help will appear. This is your conviction. This is your faith. And it feels like it's going to find you when you're this close. When you're like, I'm over it. You know what? I done everything, God. I done did everything you told me to do. When you ready to roll over and let yourself be burned and defeated, that's when this person's going to appear. You're not going to see it coming. I'm telling you. And some of y'all, this may be in regards to like your children. Because it says your love life is being affected by children. Okay, this may be like the matters that are more pressing right now than love, real life shit going on right now. You're in a relationship with your children. You're helping see them through the finish line of life. You haven't given up on them. And someone wants you to believe you don't have no authority over here. You don't have no jurisdiction. We control stuff over here. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't no blessings. And when you think that help is coming, we just gonna reject it. You can appeal it. You could try, but we gonna reject it. Little do you know, I know people in that department too. You think you can get over my head? That's what someone's in the mirror talking to themselves like. Think you can get over my head? You're gonna regret this. They're giving themselves a pep talk. They're over like, you know who I am? Someone has mental issues and they're in a position of authority. Let go of control issues. I can't. And they feel like you came trying to protect one of their subjects. Someone is sadistic. They like to torture babies. And that's why I picked up a Mother Mary energy with the angel. Because she don't play about her babies. Okay? Isis energy, the nurturer. She don't play about her babies, her children. You are a child of the divine. And so you standing there like, no. You won't, and all these angels are backing you up. You won't harm this child. And this person is like, watch me. Watch me. Ooh. Watch me. This person thinks they're going to hurt you. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Someone feels like you think you can save this one. You think you can help this one. You can't help this one. Someone wants to punish a child and they feel like you are trying to protect this child they're trying to beat them down to the lowest degree. And then when that person, it's a breaking of the spirit, like breaking a horse. And so someone wants to beat the soul and turn this innocent child or this innocent soul into a demon. Give them so much trauma that they can't recover from it. And then want you to feel as if it's your blame. You're the blame. You're the cause. This is from a past life energy. You guys have done this before. And you're standing like, no, you can't see this, but the angels are watching. knows all that's happening in between. And so when you let go of control issues where you're saying, you know what, this ain't my fight. I ain't the person you got problems with. I didn't ask for this, but this has become your fight. Something about this has become your fight. Something about there's something that you're seeing about a person that you don't like. Some of you guys, you're seeing a side of a person that you don't like. And it's like, this is a familiar type of area. Like, let's say someone is emotionally detached from their child, but they may give your child the best attention in the world. But the way that you see this person be so emotionally detached from their own creation is like a turnoff. You know, it's like, wait a minute. You really don't care that much? And it's making someone question a person's character. Like, what are you? What type of person is that emotionally detached? I don't care if there were or are relationship issues. It seems like a lot of people that have their own relationship issues are going to work every single day and they're taking their frustration out on babies. You know, the helpless ones, the quiet ones. And they're sitting in their positions of authority and they're like, okay, what I couldn't take out on the person that I sleep next to every day, or what I couldn't take out on them, I'm going to self-inflict that in areas where I can get away with it. And someone hates that you can see that they're trying to wiggle. They're trying to abuse their power. And so someone is playing like they're sitting on the fence, or they're kind of like entertaining your opinion about a situation, but they're not really. They're just playing along with the narrative of making it look like you are. And they feel like you're going to end up getting your feelings hurt when you find out that you're still going to fail, right? So your angels are saying, go over that person's head. Take it to a higher power. Yeah, this is, I don't want to fight anymore. Someone's trying to chastise you. This is I'm gonna fix you. This is, I'm gonna fix you real good. But every time someone does this, they only do you a favor, because it's like, it's a turnoff. The way someone shows up for innocent people, the way they just emotionally tell, well, that's not my problem. Sucks for them. It's a turnoff, because it's like, ew. Ew. Where's your humility? Where's your compassion? So that means someone got over on them, and now they blame everybody. They blame everybody that had a pro-choice, and they find targets and they just play. Like, it's like being bored at work or being bored doing your job. And so you look for easy targets to like get an ego boost, get your ego fixed. Playing on people's phone, trying to raise blood pressures. But they don't know in a past life you were a medicine man or medicine woman. You communicate with spirit. You have angels in high places. Okay? That were assigned to you when you came here. And so when they say have a dream and believe in the impossible, you are meant to defy those odds. Yeah, you're meant to defy those odds. You put in the work. I did the work. It didn't work. I'm cool by myself. You defy the odds. And because you defy the odds, and it's your practice, your patience, and the time that you use all your free time to work on yourself. And so now you over here being an earth angel, you could do it too. I did it. Head ass. I mean, well, my mama call you back. Oh, for those of y'all that didn't catch the community tab, I think it was a video last week. So the message that I got, I read each and every single one of your responses in the comment section. I commented on some of those that I was able to comment on. I loved reading each and every single perspective. You guys have absolutely no idea. It just opened up my mind, and you allowed me to go down so many different rabbit holes of exploring perspectives, and I felt it was very rewarding. Sorry, my battery was dying. It was just very rewarding to be able to allow you guys to teach something to me. And it fed me for many days to be able to kind of like, oh, well, I never thought about this, or I never thought about that. And to journal and just have conversation that you guys were able to pour back into me. I'm so grateful. You guys have absolutely no idea. Thank you so much for sharing your perspective. I know it's not easy, but you guys are so fucking intelligent. Y'all are so wise. I see why we all vibe together on this frequency, because we just a whole bunch of wise folk. But yes, so on the community tab, I posted Freaky Friday. So the reason why I posted Freaky Friday was because that was the first song that came to my mind when the question was why, asking the divine, like, why is the first being made last and the last being made first? And I heard Freaky Friday. So from whatever position of life, whatever circumstances in life that you're currently existing or living in, the moment when we say, I wish I had a normal life, or I wish I had more. It's like in so many ways, we feel like we're missing something. It's never enough. We're never satisfied. And so in a lot of ways, it allows us to gain perspectives, like many of you say. It's just a way for us to experience what in the next dimension or the next lifetime, we're reincarnating what we thought we would have, if we would have had these things, we would have had a better life. Or if we didn't have this issue, it would be more simpler. When you get that, what does it make you feel? And I feel like that's the question is meant to just bring about more questions. Because I can guarantee you, to have absolutely nothing and feel like you don't know how you're going to come up with the next meal, or if you're going to be able to, even if you're going to have your kids taken from you, to be in a position where you can feed them or you can just provide them the basics. Even when you get to that level, there was still some sacrifice that was required. And along the way, parts are going to feel like you missed out on life. You missed out on experience. And so when you get there, you realize it's the same experience, just on a different level. And the desire to be on the rat race or the chase, you no longer want it. You're doing it for a vibe, like just to enjoy it and have an experience. So I feel like that's what it's really about. Because no one can ever really take what's meant for you. And I know, some people were talking about destiny swapping and stuff like that. So Freaky Friday kind of plays on that. But every lifetime that we incarnate, we're walking a different shoe. And it's typically based off of the things that we either wish we had or didn't have. And we get to play it out in that role to see how we like it. And that comes with its own lessons. But those lessons aren't punishment. And I feel like this narrative that be careful what you wish for comes from the fear of making the wrong choice, and not being able to see the blessing in disguise. What did you learn? What did you gain? Who are you now? Where were you used to be? There's going to be something potent that you can extract from it. And that's all that matters, because that's the key. Okay. That's the relevance. So again, please keep sharing. All right. Let's get into the oracles. Alright. Alright. Oracles, what message do you have? Joy. I've got joy. It's like isn't it a gospel song? I'm hearing two songs, y'all. That was different. Divine Guidance. Surrender. Yeah, this is something that was trying to attack you. This was like spiritual warfare. You look too happy. You look too unbothered. I want to get you off course. I want you to give up. I want you to be emotionally overwhelmed to the point. Yeah, there were some soul ties and relationships that wanted you to feel bound, stuck, feeling the punishment, feeling the burn. Do you feel the burn? Someone wanted you to feel the burn. So this time, they were gonna come back around now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Somebody was gonna come back around, but they was gonna come back around after you felt this punishment. They wanted you to feel, and it wasn't God doing it. It was someone trying to hex you, vex you, kick you, stump you, and get everyone else to rally in and use governmental systems to punish you and attack you and do all these different things because it's like, well, that's the life you wanted. That's the price you pay. This is the cost for being who you want to be. And it's a very ugly game that somebody was playing, but they were playing this ugly game, okay, to make you look crazy. Crazy. I just can't. Something about Britney Spears, okay? This could be like a power of attorney situation. I'm so excited. I'm in too deep. So yeah, speaking out or having your own opinion, this is like someone saying, oh, you're losing your mind. You're crazy. And playing on the relationship, but having an inappropriate relationship with you. And because you ever felt like you could be free of them or you could be set free, someone wanted you to fall face first so many times, trying to elevate, trying to evolve, trying to grow to the point where you come back begging this person to fix it for you. And then they were going to be like, maybe I'll consider. But this is someone's way of trying to make sure you never leave them again, trying to make sure you never try to leave past your status, okay? You never try to leave the reef. You never try to venture out. You never try to see if better. Want you to stay bound and bonded to this level. This, okay, like you're in like the only way out is through crossing over. You know, some of y'all could have felt on the verge of that. Like you felt like you were so stuck and so in captivity that you was like, what's the point of living? You know, and y'all had to fight against those issues. Okay. Just next level. Like let's see how you perform. Let's see how you manage all of these different things on your own. And someone felt like, oh, you still happy. You're not struggling enough. Yeah, someone was trying to make you miserable, unhappy, hating on your joy, wanting you to be sad. Like, I don't know if I could do this anymore. This is all about making you have a perspective shift. This is someone that wants you down on your knees, begging for them to take you back. This is like selling your soul a little bit, like, because your soul guided you so far away, right? Or so far down this line or on this path. And then when you get there and things get hard, someone was like, you're not going to learn until you till you meet your own demise. Like, yeah, it'll never work. Ten of Swords, get you to betray yourself. So someone wanted you, wishing that you never listened to your higher self, wishing that you never had a dream. Eight of Pentacles, I can't focus, I can't think, I feel erratic. Knight of Wands, well, I might as well be with this person. I might as well deal with this person. This is the best that I could do. And it's not. But someone wanted that to be, so first of all, let me tell you something. If you were entertaining someone wanted you to see like it'll never work, try a failed relationship after failed relationship. This was the first curse that they sent your way. You're going to try a failed relationship after failed relationship, and each and every single one of them will treat you no more than a $2 hoe. Okay? And then when that didn't work, you would feel like, well, why did I listen to this divine guidance to tell me that true love is coming in X, Y, and Z just for me to only attract these frogs and ain't good ass people? What's the point of doing all this work on myself if each person that supposedly comes towards me got issues and they unhealed and they demonic, right? Granted, that's what you would think. I might as well go back to my prior relationship because all the other options that's becoming towards me is just as bad. Okay? But this is somebody like a wolf in sheep's clothing that wanted you back. But they needed you to go and see for yourself. That shit wasn't out there. Nothing good was out there for you. And look at you listening to these people guiding you fucking down a rabbit hole that has no ending. And they don't want the rest, nothing good for you. And then you come here like, well, can we work on it? Can we start over? Can we fix our relationship? Because it was always about you. Remember, it wasn't the promise of a lover that put you on this journey. It was the promise of loving yourself. At what point does sacrificing the self-love that you always deserve, the treatment, the quality of love, the quality of care that you have been given to every last person became the very last thing that you felt was worth going on this journey for? You're supposed to be the first thing, loving yourself. So when you embarked on this journey, it was to finally have a little bit of the love that you give to everyone else for you, to finally give it to yourself and to experience your own love. That was the purpose of this journey. Not to find out who little Timmy is and who little Johnny is that's going to love you properly. It was never meant for you to take your cup and go give it away. It was about you. And until you got on the journey for the right reasons, you would never be able to attract more than anything than a wolf in sheep's clothing. Because you don't even know. How can you expect to attract better if you don't even really know why you on the journey? Being on the journey of self-love doesn't mean that you are obsolete from love, or people wouldn't want to be in love with you, or they wouldn't want to be attracted to you. Hell, you're like water, you overfloweth. So the confirmation of healed and unhealed, highs and lows, and people wanting you and desiring you is a confirmation of how good your love is. How deep is your love? Like the ocean. So yeah, you may have to balance it all by yourself. You may have to be masculine and feminine. And that can be very tiring. And maybe you can't have the perfect picture right now. But you think the person in the other house that's playing house together are really happy? You think that? Freaky Friday. Since you think that, let's see. You pretty much asking to be in their shoes. And that's exactly what these karmics want you to do. Well, damn. He or she was able to get this out of this person. I could never get them to act right. They putting on a performance for you because your love is the good love. The person that's in the relationship pretending is wishes they were on your journey. Meanwhile, you wishing you had the life they had. So y'all be remain a vibrational match. Whether it's man or woman, it's all about feeling like wanting to one up each other. Wanting, wanting something that you don't have, desiring something that you don't have, wanting to make sure you got better. And then so the question becomes, what are you measuring better to? Is it a relationship you're measuring what better looks like? Is it the money, the financial difference that you're measuring what better is? Is it quality time? Whatever your value is, that becomes your way of measure. That becomes where your value stems from. And that requires you to have something else to compare it to, rather than being happy in the present moment and knowing where you stand and maintaining that and juggling with just that. So I feel like you're finding you're ascending again, because you had to descend so you can ascend. And that's where it says we'll make the last first and the first last. Is it upside down, or is it which side is the right way? It's perspective. It's perspective. That's all it is. Perspective. So at any given moment, you can decide you want to release it. At any given moment, you can decide you're ready to move on. Nothing is really keeping you stuck. It's just asking, are you ready to receive it? Are you ready to flow like a river? Like a river. Are you ready? The medicine you've been looking for, the confirmation, the feeling, it's joy. You know that moment when Riley finally had joy in her mainframe? She was acting paranoid, anxious. She was glitching. But the moment Riley came back into that mainframe, she had to take anxiety and go put her ass in the damn tree. She had to go take her to the cerebral cortex, whatever the fuck that was. Because she good at that shit. But she don't need to be in your mainframe. She don't need to be the constant thing to consider. We need to call on her ass when there's an emergency. So joy needs to be back up top. And that's what I feel like this perspective shift is giving you. I've got joy. I keep hearing the song. If y'all know the name of the song, please let me know. What's the name of the joy? It's the one that give you goosebumps. Let me know which one it is, and I'm gonna play each and every single one of them so I can figure out which song it is. Two of Swords. This is how I know the reading's done. This is how I know. Because the only thing that keeps you stuck, keeps you remaining a vibrational match for something is stuck, is when you're sitting on the fence. That's where you become stagnant. When the decision feels too difficult, when you run to the edge of the dock and you be like, okay. Right? When you're about to jump and then the butterflies hit and then you're like, no.